Hey guys, welcome to our weekly show. Today I have a new guest for you because as I told you before that Alistair went to the Japan for the World Cup, so we're kind of jealous of that. But we've got a new guest in for you today, one of our writers, Naeemah Benjamin. You might see her on Twitter with her 3,000 followers. She has some great opinions, and I thought that maybe I should bring her in because she really likes the younger players as well as she has a great knowledge of the Proteas cricket. So, guys, before we get started, let's just give us a subscribe right now, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and we'll get straight into it. So, as we all know, that the Proteas got the second T20 on the way. This was after the first T20 was obviously rained out. Naima, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the T20 as a whole. Uh, we know that the Proteas only posted 149, and India looked like they were quite comfortable chasing it. But what were some of the positives for you from the game, do you say?
Um, Quentin de Kock, obviously, the way he played and the way he came out and started, even especially because India opened with spin, so I think everyone was worried about that. But
Yeah.
he looked very good. Um, you won't even say that he haven't played for a while.
Do you feel that the captaincy was always obviously everybody before the game was talking about the captaincy and how the captaincy might pressure him and might hold him back from scoring runs? Did you see that yesterday? I didn't see it at all actually.
No, not at all. He looked like himself, scoring like he continued from where he left off, before, and no, I don't think it had an impact. He looked like he did really well, like proper leading from the front, and captaincy looked good on him yesterday.
Because for me it was about how South Africa is going to obviously change the style that they play. With Enoch coming in, it was always a question of what type of style of cricket we were going to play. Yesterday, the way we started off, it looked a lot like the Lions played and the way they played in the T20 competitions, as well as the Josie Stars, the way they played in the Mzansi Super League. Do you see Enoch's style rubbing off on the players, do you think? Or was there some patches that you thought, wait, what's going on here?
When they started, when we Quentin de Kock and Riza Hendricks, obviously was struggling, but it looked like that they started brilliantly. Like you could see like you could sort of see Enoch's style coming out because obviously we've seen how the way the teams play and him. So but then when Quentin de Kock got out, besides Temba Bavuma, the other batsmen, none of them could really kick on. David Muller, Patti Barassi van der Dussen as well. And I mean, they Lions players. Um, but it was only the first game, so yeah.
So, with regards to Temba Bavuma, you had some interesting comments about him before we went live, guys. So, I'm hoping that you're going to do a piece down the line, maybe on it.
Probably.
But what do you think of Temba? Do you think that his style of cricket can suit T20 cricket?
It can, I think it can, but probably not at three. Uh, I think he should be opening with Quentin de Kock. It reminds me of Hashim Amla, and especially the way he went about his innings yesterday. Sort of the anchor kind of role. Um, yeah, he was good yesterday. So it was on his debut and the first game. So, but I do think he's suited, but he should open.
There was also a trend that happened in both with both sides. The paceman actually went for a lot of runs.
Yeah.
We saw how in Anrik Nokia and Kagiso Rabada were actually punished by Shikadawan and Ravi Sharma. Uh, do you think that's about bowling plans, or what do you think went wrong there?
No, I don't. I don't think it was necessarily bowling plans. I just think on the pitch was more suited to bowlers taking the pace off, which we saw. Andile did really well.
Were you impressed with some of our spinners and the way they performed? Like, obviously, Bjorn Fortuin coming into that side. My suggestion was before the game was that we maybe don't play Shamsi.
Yeah.
I would have played
Yeah.
George Linder so that we bat much deeper. But in T20 cricket, the chances of you going right down to number 7 is slim if your top order performs. But what do you think of that? How do you think our spinners perform?
But first, with the batting deep down, you said something. I also thought like our batting was a bit light, and especially with the when we lost wickets, the middle order, like they couldn't. There was no like real. Okay, David Miller's a power hitter, but none of them could really do that. So maybe if we had a guy like Linda to hit, boundaries, sixes, that would have probably been a better idea. Um, the spinners. Um, I think Bjornfontein was okay on debut. I would have liked that Quentin de Kock bowled him earlier though. Like I thought he brought him on
Too late.
a bit too late, yeah.
Okay, so guys, that's our thoughts on the T20 that was played, the second T20 that South Africa lost by 7 wickets. I want to move on a little bit and chat to you about something else, because we know that the unofficial test matches between SIA and India is happening at the moment. South Africa actually recovered very well after India were bowled out for 417. Vian Mulder picking up 3 wickets and Dane Pitt picking up 3 wickets, which is really nice to see. But the major talking point was probably Aiden Markram, and the way Aiden Markram scored his 161. He needed runs, and it was really nice to see that he could score those runs in India. I don't think he was tested in with spin as much.
Probably not.
So it's very difficult to see when we're not familiar. And we're also not familiar with all the players.
Yeah.
But based on the scorecard and based on the recovery, looks like a good batting wicket. But let's talk about the test side. Do you think that Vian Mulder scoring 100, taking 3 wickets, how does he fit into the Proteas vision in the future? Does he fit into the test plans?
He definitely does. You should probably bat higher up the order though.
Yeah.
But it's great to see both him and Aiden Markram actually scoring runs and getting hundreds. Especially in India, we know how difficult India's pitches are. I think the two of them personally both needed that, because they are a big part of South Africa's plans for the future.
I'm looking at it now and I'm trying to think, where does he fit in? Because with Vernon Philander there, obviously we know we have transformation targets that we have to meet. It's like that throw up between, what about Zubair Hamza? Does he come in straight away for Amla? Or if we're going to play them, then obviously what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to drop someone from the side. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you think Vian Mulder can fit into the side? Who do we drop for him? Do you think that Aiden Markram is going to have a good test series?
And
Do
we
you know?
must see back.
And we must see bat, of course. So leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about what we spoke about today. This is Naeemah. Let me know also if you want to see her back on the show again. And and I'll catch you guys soon. Thanks, guys.